Greetings to the general population of this wonderful world. Focus on last week's Siddhi, Satavaham, while we start. Satavaham, focusing on the truth to manifest, to show itself. Satavaham, which is the Siddhi of last week. Focus on it, desiring the truth to manifest. Satavaham. In the last day, in where I live, we got about 1 meter of snow, so that's 3 feet more or less of snowfall, which is, a lot in one shot, but it's what we got. So you might hear some machinery sometimes because they're working at clearing it. It happens. It's winter after all. Satavaham from last week is asking for truth to reveal itself. For any truth to just show up. And we learned that it has nothing to do with our opinions. It's not if the wall is green or blue. It's more about fundamental reality. Okay? Local and cosmological truth alike. Personal or universal truth. With no distinction. That's last week. Try not to laugh at this week's Siddhi. This week's Siddhi is Hasati. H-A-S-A-T-I. Hasati. And in dictionary, it means laugh. So when we practice Hasati, laugh is going to be a potential reflex. It is supposed to bring joy, okay? It is supposed to make us laugh or giggle a bit. Hasati. We will decorticate shortly the bijas of Hasati. Ha, simple expression, okay, to express. Sati is a noble truth. Sa, powerful. Ti, noble. The same way Sat is truth, Sati is something refined. And usually is personal, okay? So, even if in the dictionary Hasati means laugh, what the bija explain is to express something fundamental. Something from the soul, something profoundly true. In this case, again, the truth is not if you like your body or not, or if you think you are a good cook or a good person. Sati is the truth, regardless of what you believe of yourself. And it is noble. And just contemplating what we really are beyond all the ego is a good thing. And it's a fabulous feeling. Okay, that's Sati. To express sati, hasati, necessarily is just a laugh. So for this week's Siddhi, we practice a form of de-dramatization. Okay? Like, how should I react to something? Hasati. Express something fundamental. If you think, yeah, but what I want to express is anger now. Well, that's not sati. That's ahamkar. That's ego. Okay? Sati is beyond all of these arrogant layers that we have inside. Beyond the potentials that try to control our behaviors. So, with the Siddhi, Hasati, we cultivate non-drama and simplicity towards all things. There's a problem, laugh. Well, that's not a solution. Sometimes there's a problem and laughing is not a solution. So, Hasati, in its bija meaning, and as a Siddhi, it will transcend the dictionary meaning of laughing. But the result is the same. There's a lot of problems we have as humans that are considered ridiculous for the soul. Someone you love died. That's a very human and local thing. The soul will see that person in a few lifetimes, maybe. Someone died, yeah, that's just one lifetime. The soul is over such a long lifespan, or time span in this case. So, I lost my favorite pen or t-shirt. It is attachments that bring you sorrow to some superficial things like that. Hasati is how to react to this. Oh well, whatever. The trap of Hasati is when the ego tries to imitate the soul in doing Hasati. And we start to laugh at things to pretend that it doesn't affect us, but actually it does. So we have to be honest with ourselves and embrace the feelings we have when experiences show up. You know, when Satthavaham manifests, when the truth is in your face, and maybe you're not that peaceful. Do some personal growth. And the practice of Hasati as a Siddhi is to give space for the soul to really have its place in your experience. Have something to say. Ha ha! Hasati. Ha ha! Oh shit! That just happened. Ha ha! You know? So, hopefully it's a non-reactive thing, but Hasati is non-dramatic. This week I had so much vivid dreams with Sattavaham. And even while I was preparing Hasati for the class, the Sattavaham of last week, you know, it just, and I did it a few days more, it brought up issues or reactions. So I was happy to then move on to Hasati and just de-dramatize all of this. And just take it as it is. So I spoke of it de-dramatize. I spoke of don't use it as a fake Hasati to become irresponsible of what's your reaction. I did speak about that. There's another thing I want to talk about. It'll come. So, Hasati is not to laugh at a specific thing. Now, this is where it becomes maybe complicated for some. To laugh at the event is an ego reaction. And that's the fake Hasati. To laugh at, in Sanskrit we say upasati. To laugh at something or to laugh at someone is upasati. Hasati is not to laugh at. It is to laugh. And there's no object. You see, this is the paradoxal challenge, or maybe the philosophical complexity for the mind. An event happened. I'm going to laugh at that event that just happened to show that I'm not attached or not reacting. And actually, that's ego, because it is still a reaction to a suffering. And instead of crying or complaining, you're going to laugh sarcastically. And that is not Hasati, that's upasati, to laugh at something. Some of you know the difference between Nanda and Upananda. Okay. Nanda is an individual joy. Upananda is your brother. Means to have fun with someone else. Up is the relationship with an object or a person. Doesn't matter if you don't know that. It's okay. It's in the Nagas. Hasati is this pure expression of joy, of laughter, in Bija, it's not even laughter, it's be authentic and give space for the soul to just be there, like, okay, all of these problems that I have are not that dramatic. Hasati. And try not to fall into the upasati where you laugh at specific things or people. I mean, if you hear a good joke, laugh at the joke. I understand. But when an event happens, express something fundamental. It's more than laughing. Hasati. Express something fundamental. So that instead of giving all your power to your human still has all the power it needs to manage the situation, but try to give the reaction to the self instead of the potentials. Okay? It's going to be a neat trick where the human is there to manage the situation because it is in the manifest world where things happen. And your soul is going to react with, ha! New experience. It's okay. How do I manage that? It will be hard not to have this little sarcastic laughter. Oh shit, that must hurt. Or it does if it's happening to you, you know. But it's still better than starting to shout and being angry. You know, it's progress. So this is the simple Siddhi of this week. It's going to be, it's not going to be a long class. It's a short class. And it's about practicing this state of the soul expressing something honest and authentic and deep instead of having a human in a reaction towards an event. Okay? Let's do a minute of the Siddhi itself. Hasati. 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 And in your mind you can think, laugh. Hasati. And if you have to laugh the first time, you just do. Hasati. But eventually, the practice of the Siddhi will transcend the dictionary word laugh and go into the bija hasati. What comes out as a reaction or what you express is fundamental truth. And that is way beyond the human reaction. So if at one point, take a deep breath and come back to class. If at some point you think, well, my fundamental truth is to be very angry right now, that's the point. That's not the fundamental truth. It is the truth because I really am angry or disappointed or sad. You really feel it. So it's a factual truth in the manifest world. But it is not a fundamental truth. Fundamental as in philosophical and metaphysical truth. Do you understand that? Hasati transcends anything that is human and behavioral. Behavioral in Espanol, in French it's behavioral. What does it mean, behavioral? It means conditioned behavior or about reactions. It's just a more nerdy or geeky way of saying it in the world of psychotherapy. Okay, and I'm sure some shrink would have an even deeper understanding of the word, but Hasati transcends what is behavioral. Okay? So Hasati gives space to the soul. And if Hasati, the reaction would be to be simple and still, unmoved towards an event, then you would be unmoved. For something that a few weeks ago, a few years ago, might have disturbed you, pissed you off, make you sad, disappointed. Now maybe you're going to have moments of, oh, this just happened. And as a human, you think, do I have to manage something? Yes, then how do I manage it? Like that? Okay, then I will manage it. But without all this feedback of the human who needs to express ahamkar, I'm the one who's going to have to manage that shit now. Darn it. All right? So while you practice Hasati, the laughing reflex will come because it does mean laugh, and it is a pure expression of self. But once your laughter is out, Hasati will open up this space. Just purely express soul level stuff. For those who have a mala, we're going to do a mala. For those who don't have a mala, then just repeat it as long I'm doing a mala. Okay? Hasati, 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 Hasati. Hasati, 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 Hasati. Hasati, 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 Hasati. Hasati, 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 Hasati. Hasati, 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 Hasati. Hasati, 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 Hasati. Hasati, 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 Hasati. Hasati, 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 Hasati. The Hasati, Hasati, Hasati. Hasati. it opens up a space between your throat and your heart, so the entire host area. And your soul goes through the host chakra. This is the area, the host area, between the heart and the throat. It makes that fundamental experience of self there. And the more you practice the Siddhi Hasati, the more you'll have some of your soul come out towards an expression that the soul just wants to embrace. Okay, what am I getting from this? What am I learning or experiencing? While the human is just in survival mode, like, I want to be more comfortable, I want to be more happy, I want to satisfy my needs, I want this, I want that. It will help. So that was a class today. Simple as that. Hasati. The Siddhis that I've been teaching for the last, 6-7 weeks, some of them, I think most of them, are part of the Atma Yoga. They're all part of, this soul state. And as we progress over the year, we'll have a phase where I'm more into the Brahma Srija. Maybe the Kama Chakra, the Kala Chakra. But we have been doing Atma Yoga mostly. What does it mean? The yoga of the soul, the practice of being self. If you go back a few Siddhis, the revelations of Dharma and bringing the truth to manifest, and now to allow the truth of self to just pour out of your host and invade your world. And it's a really cool feeling, because the soul takes place in your human life as you practice Hasati. So all of this is very Atma Yoga. I don't know what Siddhi I'll teach next week. I will follow my feelings and my intuition like usual. See how my most devout followers are doing, and then this tells me the next step for your development in this process over a year. And I don't know if I'm taking off next week or the week after. I have no idea. It's all about, I'm going to see what's going on. Okay, follow my intuition on the moment. Okay, I'll tell you in advance when I have a break. Don't worry, it will be posted. It'll be fun when we go into the actual supernatural Siddhis of manifesting supernatural stuff. But we have work to do on ourselves before that. All right? So chill, enjoy yourself, and laugh. Hasati.